welcome back to Anime Club, where we watch the first few episodes of an anime series and give you our first impressions. I'm Reina Scully.
And I'm William Haynes.
And this week we watched Parasyte, spelled with a Y. I must say, hands down, Parasyte is my favorite anime of 2014.
I felt like it was really good anime too until the episode that I got to today, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
Where did you get up to?
I got to episode 5.
Okay. What happens in it?
Ooh, can I talk about it already?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Guys, I'm gonna talk about what happens in episode 5.
Minor spoilers.
Minor spoiler. I mean, just like, okay, I don't want to say.
What? Why?
Let's talk about the first few episodes.
Okay, fine. Let's build up to it. Okay, I want to know what changed your opinion about it. Okay, so Parasyte is basically about a alien-like parasite that takes over the human body. What it tries to do is it tries to go through the brain.
He claims he's not an alien, but you look like an alien, act like an alien, therefore you're a duck.
Yeah. Wasn't ready for that one. Okay, so what's...
Yeah, so they try to go through the brain.
Yeah, they try to go through the brain, but this one fails. Let's already name him. His name is Migi because he's in the right hand, and Migi means right in Japanese. That's why his name is Migi. Anyway, so Migi fails in invading Shinichi's body, and so he has to take over his arm instead because that's where he entered from.
Yeah, he tried to go into his brain through his nose, but he sneezed him out.
He sneezed him out, and normally they go through the ear, but he was wearing headphones while he was sleeping, so that's what protected him.
So, kids, if you want to know anything, if you don't want to get abducted by alien, wear earphones in your sleep, even though that probably make you go deaf, but...
And it's not even being abducted. Like, they take over your body, and
Yeah.
you are no longer yourself. You are now
You die.
a human host for the
But that's
parasite
only
alien.
if they get into your brain, you die.
Yes.
Because they take over your brain. However, that didn't happen to Shinichi.
Shinichi.
It only took over his hand.
Which is fantastic. I think the manga came out in 97, and I'm actually very surprised they decided to turn it into an anime, but it's also a live-action movie now.
Oh, man. And since we're talking about how we feel about the show, I want to say I like the show.
I'm so glad
I
you
do think it is a good show, even though I'm a little bit upset with it at this very moment. I will watch the rest of it. But this show had the opportunity to be a really funny show and really heartwarming. But they didn't do it.
Oh, what, they didn't take what opportunities to be funny?
They could have been
funny.
It could have been really funny. The alien could have been like, oh, you know, I don't know a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm curious. Well, it could have started off, he was very emotionless, and then he could have become more interested in human life because they were talking about how Shinichi is becoming more parasite-like.
Yes.
But Migi could also become more human-like.
I see. I feel
that would have been good.
That would have been interesting, but I feel like that would have been very typical. I think this anime is trying really hard to be as unique as possible. The manga is pretty unique anyway, so they're trying to...
And that would have made it go on forever, and I'm like, as we were talking about, I don't know if the show's gonna go on forever. Like you said, it probably has a specific story it wants to tell. If they wanted the show to go on forever, like a lot of other animes, that's what it could have gone for.
It could have gone that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like the evolution would have been so different. The reason why I love this anime is because the main character, Shinichi, just changes. He evolves little by little, but it's very almost normal. Like, what would you do if this happened to you? How would you react as a human being that is, you know, normally a little bit anxious or timid, or maybe you're a little bit nerdy or whatever, and this thing just overtakes your body and you can't tell anybody about it because this thing that's taking over your body doesn't have emotions, so it's gonna kill whoever you tell about its being.
Yeah, this show is a metaphor for puberty. Don't let it take over your body and your being.
So it's interesting that you said that this show wanted to try to be funny, because I think in the first few episodes they kind of adventured that route.
It did have a few jokes, but then they got to that point where they were like, no, I want this to be real sad, and I don't want you to feel good about anything. I don't want you to have the rest of your day ruined because the images that were drawn on the computer and you saw them and you felt bad.
Okay, it's true. The anime gets a little bit dark, and it's supposed to be a horror anime anyway, which I get it. It's gory, it's bloody, the action's pretty intense, so I understand why they kind of marketed it to be horror, but if anything, I think it's simply adventure sci-fi, maybe?
I hate parasites.
Is it in your... Okay, why did you look at your hand? That freaks me out, that you were like,
no
I
reason.
don't like parasites!
No reason.
Sure. It's lefty, because it's in your left hand.
Leaky.
Leaky.
I don't know how to say left in Japanese.
Hidari.
Hidari.
I think it's in episode 2 or so. Miggy is always curious and a very, very intelligent being that only moves on logic. So he goes, wait a second, let me cause an erection. Let me try to cause an erection for you when he's going to the bathroom.
Because he's curious.
And she's like, no, what are you doing? Get the fuck off me, no. And then the kid that's in the bathroom with him is like, why are you talking to your dick? It tried to be funny. I thought it worked. I thought that was funny.
It was strange. It was an alien basically gave him a...
That's true. It's creepy.
I just got a hair in my mouth. Oh, sorry about that.
Gross. Ew, it's not funny to me anymore. Now it's just gross.
Now it's gross. What would you feel if an alien tried to give you a...
Oh my god, ew. Wait, but it's my right hand. Oh!
But it's not your right hand.
No!
It's alien.
You're right, it's gross.
Reina.
They failed. And it says that.
Yeah, it says Reina.
What I really enjoyed about the way they took on the whole, I'm an alien, but I'm an intelligent being, but how on earth could I be an intelligent being if I'm only like this, like two-cellular thing? It's not two-cellular, I'm sure it's multicellular. But the whole point is that he needs to take over a body and then learn about the habitants of that land, which happens to be Earth in this case. So which is why it's so important that they take over the brain. But Miggy takes over the hand. So while Shinichi's sleeping, Miggy studies.
Goes on the internet.
Yeah, and he just takes on knowledge of everything that's available, and it's brilliant because he's then able to. He learns how to speak better, which is amazing. Because in the beginning, he's all like, "Daddy, Shinichi." And he just sounds like a robot?
Yeah.
But then now he sounds like a person because
and even
he's
more
learning.
than a person. He sounds, more intelligent than a person?
He was already far more intelligent than a person. His capacity for learning is far larger, let's say. But now he's beyond that. And now, I mean, if you think about it, they kind of have two brains, because they have Shinichi's brain, which is slowly being taken over by this intelligent parasite, and they have Miggy, the parasite itself.
I don't agree. I feel like if Miggy's gonna take over his brain, then Shinichi could take over his brain too, but that's just my opinion, and all this is fictional and totally not real at all, but I'm offended, because it's someone else's art.
Oh my. What did you think of the way people morphed and like turned into different things and became like little fighter creatures?
Oh man, it's totally creepy because the show to me keeps being, I'm expecting it to be like one of the other animes I watch that are very lighthearted until people's heads split open and become knives. This is probably, I'd say this is the weirdest anime I've ever watched.
Is it?
It reminds me a lot of Tokyo Ghoul because I'm like,
yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely.
There's these people that look like real people, but they actually turn out to be these evil creatures.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, what the kind of the purpose, the really deeper meaning of the show are the parasites evil? In Tokyo Ghoul, I only watched a little bit, but it kind of seems like those guys are evil.
From what we know, they're evil.
But then in this show, the parasite, they pointed out, Miggy pointed out that humans are the most dangerous because they're like, humans eat all animals on Earth. And he's like, my species only eats
our
two.
own kind.
Yeah, our own kind.
It's really interesting.
Who's really the Akuma?
Oh, that's amazing that you said Akuma. In the show, they do specifically venture out to see, like, what is it to be evil or to be a demon? And Miggy specifically tells Shinichi that humans are the closest things to what they describe to be a demon.
Yeah.
It's very brilliant,
It makes us wonder, who's the real evil in the world?
Yeah, that's true.
Us or the primates? I mean, the aliens.
Whenever there is this type of anime where something takes over a human body and like changes the race of humanity and whatnot, I appreciate it so much when that being is hyper intelligent and only moves on logic. Miggy always expresses that he has no emotion, so he can't understand what motivates humans to do the things they do, and especially people. Okay, all right, you're freaking me out there, buddy. And humans that just have like naturally ill intent, or maybe people that are like traumatized or have psychological issues, Miggy could never possibly understand them because they are not moving in, or they're not like thinking in a reasonable or logical manner.
Yeah.
And he claims that like humans are the most absurd of all species that he could ever read about.
That's true because most species aren't human. So therefore, if we're the minority and we act so strangely, we're the weird ones.
Yeah, we're definitely the weird ones.
Oh.
Nosebleed! Nosebleed! I get a nosebleed when I'm excited. Oh, by the way, I found out about the whole why anime boys have nosebleeds.
Why?
It's a joke. It's a take on how Japanese Japanese men have like high cholesterol and high blood pressure, so it's just supposed to be like an upwards take on that. Like when they get excited or turned on, instead of like getting a boner, they get a nosebleed.
Who made this joke? Who doesn't understand what a joke is?
It's so weird.
Okay, cool, fine. Now it's a thing.
Now
All
it's
right.
a thing. Tidbit of
Okay.
information.
All
Now
right,
you know.
I get it.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird because like if you get an erection, all your blood goes down to your penis. So like why would it come out of your nose?
Because you have so little penis that it's like, I got so much
I have
blood.
somewhere to go.
It's like, I don't know where to put all this blood.
And then nosebleed. Okay, so we're gonna hit a little bit of a spoiler territory now, but what in what you saw recently made you think this is darker or sadder than what it is?
I don't know, the boy's mom. She didn't have to get turned into a parasite.
Yeah,
she
she
was
did.
the nicest person in the show. All she wanted was her little boy to be happy, and she was worried about him because
normal.
he's going through some things. And then all of a sudden, she's like, oh, I left this wonderful view. And then here comes a parasite, and she shink, 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 cuts off her neck. And then the dad's like, "Nande korea?" And then, or whatever it was he said.
That's exactly what he said.
And then that's why it made me sad.
Because
And
it was the
then-
mom of all people. He was
and
like
it-
the nicest.
Yeah, and then he kind of had to. He was supposed to kill her, but he didn't because he was like, "Oh, that's my mother."
Yeah, and it was really crazy because you saw him going through his own struggle when he sees her. He's like, no, I have to do it. I have to kill her. She's no longer my mother. And then he's about to do it, and he sees her hand that's all burnt because she saved him when he was younger from the tempura oil.
Yeah.
And that was deep and sad. I get it.
This
but
is some real anime drama prep right
it's okay.
here.
You gotta muscle through. I know that
Gummo
part's
Gummo
really
no.
sad, but it's so good and it's necessary.
When I was first watching the show and we were gonna talk about it, I was gonna point out that this is the first anime in a while that we watched where the main character is not an orphan, but
Oh!
in fact he is now. So.
Oh, wonk, wonk, wonk.
Well, we don't know if the father's. I don't know if the father's dead yet, but it kind of seems like he is. But then again, it seems like he's not. So we'll see.
We'll see.
He might have died on the phone. You gotta watch the episode. Skip to episode 5 or whatever, you know.
I know.
Or
what
watch
happens.
everything up to episode 5. Don't skip. That'd be dumb of you.
Oh, please don't skip anything. Please watch it chronologically the way it's intended.
No skipper.
Yeah. The other really quick thing I like about this anime is that it is produced by Madhouse, who are known to stick very true to their source material, which would be the manga. And the manga was definitely a one-shot deal where I think it was like 10 volumes and it was over. So it definitely has a storyline that it wants to follow. So I really don't think, it's not going to be like multiple hundreds of episodes long. It's going to tell a story. I'm excited about it.
I want to find out,
Ooh,
but I might
yes.
get too sad and stop watching it because I don't like things that bum me out.
Doesn't the soundtrack make it better though? I love the soundtrack in the show too.
It's like dubsteppy for some.
It's
it gets
so
It's
good.
like really very current music-ish.
I really love it. Like right before they're always about to battle, the music happens and they're all like,
Yeah, these fight scenes are just nonsense. But okay, but I like the show. I'll watch the rest of it.
yay! That makes me really happy because I know I'm hyping it up a lot and I'm really sorry. I do that sometimes when I get excited, but I really love this anime and it was really hyped up when I went to Japan and I didn't really understand it because it was just kind of like creepy and gross to me, but now that I watched it, I totally understand and I can't wait for more. I'm really excited about it. This is reverse. This is the way it's supposed to go.
I like the show too.
Yay! And that's all we have for you this week on Parasyte. Next week, we're going to be watching Shirobako.
Shirobako.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know anything about this. Like usual, let's find out.
I think it's going to be great. It's supposedly a slice of life comedy, and I hear good things about it, so I'm excited. So if you want to check out Shirobako along with us, head on over to crunchyroll.com/sfnerd to get your free premium membership trial. And then you can, of course, take a video of yourself giving us your review. Upload it onto YouTube with the hashtag SFN Shirobako.
You did that in your head like you always do.
I was thinking about it. That's why I was looking up. And you can come back again next week like our friends.
What server, bro? What server, bro?
There's like this alien, probably alien, maybe alien, not 100% sure. In the synopsis it says alien, but it hasn't actually said alien in the anime yet. So they could possibly be some sort of Earth life form that either has been there for a really, really long time or is brand new. Not sure. Or it could be alien. You know, whatever. It could be any one of many, many things in anime.
So Migi is saying, well, what's the problem? Humans eat every other animal in the world. Why is it so strange that you're being eaten now? Oh yeah, did I mention that they eat humans? The ones that, though, it's interesting. The ones that take over humans eat humans. They find one that took over a dog, and it only ate dogs. So they are somehow hardwired to become cannibalistic toward whatever species they take over. They don't really know their origins either. They don't understand why. They just do. Again, they're like insects. They just operate.
Will, どうしてくれるんだよ。冷たいじゃないか。なんかしてくれ。
I can't do that. I'm a human.
いいじゃないか。
I like this shirt. I know it's an illogical shirt to have, but...
信じられない。この色はなんだ一体。
Alright, you know what? When they told me I was getting an alien hand, I didn't know I'd want to kill it.
なんだこれ
Alright.
は。教えてくれ。最悪。痛い。痛いぞ。痛いぞ。